We are consumers of reality by default. Consumers as in we input all of the information and store it within us. It's stored within the Akash, within our subtle energy body, and universally and cosmically as well. So it's normal for us and our senses to record everything. We live in a Maya, but the Maya has now taken a new form, a new shape, unlike we've ever seen. We are in the digital age. Endless absorption of information almost at all times. This is happening at a rate faster than our bodies and our energy bodies can metabolize and can clear out. There is an accumulation of imprints occurring. And to those of you who are sensitive, who are empathetic, who actually can feel their energy, who can feel things, who haven't been completely dulled out or numbed out, this can feel like a lot at times. It can be overwhelming. And so there's a craze with the word, overstimulated. And this has to do with exactly that. It doesn't have to do with necessarily being around crowds of stadiums of people. The same effect is happening when you're scrolling for hours a day. That's why the information is out there, is for the organic humans to consume it so that they don't actually create anything, so that there aren't any actual revelations, creations, any sort of mass awakening. The only awakening happening is the fact that the digital age is the one consuming human consciousness. So you see how it works both ways. It works to where, we're the ones consuming, but it's actually the digital age consuming human consciousness. They're intertwined and people can't tell the difference anymore. And so people often wonder, well, why do they keep making remakes? Why is everything recycling back even quicker? That is because there is no innovation when it comes to that anymore, because people aren't using their own dharmic, innovative abilities. They're too busy consuming what they're being fed. The biggest con is that it's believed that it's neutral to input information. Not at this rate, and not when people aren't clearing themselves. Before the digital age, people had a lot of time where it was just silent. A lot of time where they were actually going with the circadian rhythm of nature. And they knew how nature moved and how it worked, and their lives revolved around that. The reason why I stopped social media years ago now, it's probably been 3 years, is that energy of people being so eager to appease the algorithms, to appease the trends, people being so eager to be a part of this digital cult. What it is a mass brainwashing. An old movie, Percy Jackson. Don't really remember the whole premise, but I do remember a particular part in one of the films, and it's the main characters. They're on some sort of adventurous quest to save the world. And they have to make a stop in Las Vegas. And they're going to a place called the Lotus Hotel. They're the heroes of the movie. As soon as they get into Vegas, they start eating these appetizers that these waitresses are giving out for free. They're called lotuses too, I think. And so they're eating it. And as soon as they eat it, they get completely hypnotized and they feel like blissed out. The characters were like, we're never going to leave. This is incredible. They were loving it. They completely forgot about their mission. And they would have stayed in there forever, because I think they were in there for a week, but it only felt like a few hours. They thought that they were having a good time and that they were consenting, but they weren't. And that's what's happening to people, is that when you pull yourself away from that world, and you do have to pull yourself away from it because it sucks you in, it'll create reasons to keep you in that you think you have to stay. And again, like, I had to do this myself. I had to go through this process myself. When you pull yourself out and then you see those who are still mindlessly scrolling, who are excited to appease, again, to the algorithms, to the mass hysteria, you see how they're stuck in that trance as well. They're stuck in the old world. They're stuck in that Lotus Hotel thinking that they're having the best time or that they're doing what they want to do, when in all actuality, there is a mind control going on. And I didn't know I was going to take this video to that whole aspect, but here we are. And really the message I want to put out there is that less consumption, more creation. The point of this overconsumption is to distract you from your divine creation abilities, is to distract you from waking up, is to distract you from realizing that you're off of your mission. Just like in the Percy Jackson movie. This is a reflection, and we are intended to be the hero or heroine of our life. But it's been deemed natural, neutral, normal to be a mass consumer of digital media. How do you turn it off? Do you ever turn it off? What are your boundaries? So if you have no desire to be a divine creator, then by all means, do what you got to do. But when your consciousness and your energy body starts to vibrate higher than scrolling on your phone, it's not going to have to be something that's so hard for you to do. It's going to be something that naturally lessens and lessens, because you have your own life, you have your own reality. Why are you living in the digital one all the time? Right? If you just look around. And so this is what stops people from living sovereignly. This is what stops people from attempting to live sovereignly, attempting to detach themselves from limitation, from expanding and expansiveness. But most people don't have that desire. It's just, they don't even have the seed. But if you're listening to this, it's safe to say you do. And this isn't for me to be like, oh, you can't do this, or to shame you, or to be like the annoying sibling. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for those who have a conscience and it's speaking to them and they know better. And sometimes they do better and then they stop. So maybe this message is for you. Maybe you're meant to take some action, and something I firmly believe in, something that I've experienced, it's the letting go of actions. It's the not doing. You can't build on top of a foundation structured around society's programming. You have to let that go first.